How's it going, everybody? It's Sick here, back again with TA3 Productions and Vindictive Gaming, and today we're going to be working on the actual house that we're putting together. I do apologize I didn't get this out yesterday. That's mainly because my power went out for like 5 hours, which is ridiculous, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. So as you guys can see, the back looks a little bit different from what we did in the beginning. The reason why is I looked back at the video and I just didn't think that it was going to be so easy to follow, so I went back and color coordinated it, and then I'm going to do it backwards, and hopefully that helps you do it forward, if that makes any sense. So hopefully we can do this. Hopefully it's not too confusing for you, and if it is, all you gotta do is put some questions in the comment section below and I'll be glad to answer them. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Basically right now we're gonna put in some of the beams that we're gonna work on. As you guys can see, this is exactly what it would have looked like, and it was just too complicated, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it like this, and hopefully it works out. I've never seen anybody do it backwards, but I think it'll work out for you. I think it'll be pretty easy. So let's go ahead and start with the actual beams here. We're going to start off with some sandstone or whatever brick you're using, and it's going to be 13 blocks long, and we're going to start from where we left off right here. It should be right there, and we're not overhanging, we're basically on the edge of it, so it should be pretty simple. It should be 13 blocks long, and then we'll add 11 blocks next, and then we'll go 9, just like we're just going to be taking 2 away each time. So we're going to go 9, and then we're going to go 7. And then when we do the 7, we're not going to go to a 5, we're going to go to a 2 from the right side. So make sure it looks exactly like this, or else your roof will come out a little bit different. So let's go ahead and switch to the other side. This one will be a little bit easier. I think it's going to be 10 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll do 8 here. And then we'll go ahead and do 6. And then 4. And then 2. Like I said, make sure your stuff is just like this. Make sure your beams are like that, because it will really help us later on when we do this. So now we're going to go ahead and switch to our stone brick stairs and our stone brick slabs. We're basically going to go over 9 blocks, so we're going to take this off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then make sure that we're on an overhang. This is an overhang on the outside as well as the edge over here, so make sure you're this far over and this far out. So make sure to take out 9, and there's we're going to put 2 sets of slabs here. These aren't going to be stairs, they're going to be slabs. Alright, so now we're going to go up 6 blocks with our stairs, so it should be pretty simple. Just come straight down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the top here. And if your stairs on the other side aren't matching up, make sure that they match up this way. So if they have to go up 1, make them go up 1, because this is the right way. I don't remember where exactly we left off on the other side. So we're just going to fill this all in with a regular stairs, just straight up and down. Okay, and once that gets finished at the top here, on the top right, we're going to actually change this block to make it look like it's going to go in. Pretty simple, like I said, aim it towards that big tower over there, so aim it basically towards the left. So now we're going to go ahead and add some of the slabs here on the far end. This is just going to be regular slabs. It's going to be a set of 5, so it's basically going to be 10 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another one out. Make sure that you're on the overhang, because we want this to be the overhang, because if it's too far in, the stairs won't meet at the top like they're supposed to. Over here to the right, we're going to add a couple of more. This is going to be a total of 6 blocks, and make sure that we skip one right here and then we go backwards, so it leaves its own overhang. It's not going to be connected to it, and we're basically going to go back 1, so it should be a total of 4 here, and then add 2 more to the right of that, and it should be a total of 6. They all have their own little overhang. Okay, from the far right one over here, we're going to basically go over 4, and then we're going to go up 5, so it should be a total of 20 blocks. Pretty simple. Like I said, just go over 4 and just keep going straight up. Like I said, don't want to go to the left or the right. Make sure you stay in line with it. And then once we get up here to the top, you're going to see it looks a little bit different, because we actually removed some of the older blocks. So we're basically going to have to add some of the half slabs that are going up to the top. Okay, once you get done with filling that in, we're basically going to move over 1 from these 4 that we've added, and there's going to be 1 single block by itself, so we're going to go over 8, so it should be a total of 8, and it should be on the very, very top, so this should be the top of both sides to go down and up on the back side. Okay, now we're going to add this little corner fill in right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the next one it should be 3. And then as you guys can see, it's going to be counting, so it's going to be 3, and then 2, and then 1. This makes it easier for the blocks to go up, so it makes a nice little sharp angle. And now, as you guys can see, we have a lot of middle blocks, so we're just going to fill these middle blocks in. There should be about 4 or 5 of them. 1 right here. And make sure you're aiming the right way. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make sure you're aiming the right way, or else it won't turn. Okay, now we got this little these filler blocks here on the side. We're just going to go basically up 1 right here. Pretty simple. Make sure that they're curved right to make sure they go up. and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it should be a total of 5 blocks, but make sure the bottom one is curved in right. Okay, now you can see we have a nice little triangle in here, and these are just basically corner blocks, so we're going to take these out. It should be a total of 4 of them. Make sure they're aimed the right way, like I said before, and yeah, and then now you have a total fill-in. Alrighty, so this one should be pretty simple to fill in. It's just basically 1, 2, 3, nothing too fancy, not even really to curve them because they'll pretty much curve for itself. So just 1, and then you go 2, and then you go 3. Okay, so we're basically done with this side. All we have left is this top corner block. It's pretty simple. Like I said, just add that in, make sure it's curved the right way towards that slab, and it should be pretty nicely done. And as you guys can see, we're basically halfway done. We have this little middle portion, and we have the right side, and that should be pretty easy. So this middle portion is basically a an overhang in itself. We don't use half slabs here, and then the last one will end on this actual pillar here. So that's how you know you're doing it right, if your roof will end on this pillar here. So we're basically going to go over 7, and then your last one should end on that pillar, like I said before. Make sure it does not come out because it will get bad if you're doing it wrong. Okay, now we're just going to go basically all the way up and fill it in. Pretty simple, straight down, no curves at all, and then it should be done. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this, and hopefully you guys are doing it at home. Now with your middle portion filled in, it should look something similar to something like this, so it should be pretty nice. Now we can go ahead and start on this right side. It's going to be basically 10 blocks over with the overhang on each another side, so make sure that you're on the overhead on the back side and on the side. So make sure you go over just 1 over to the right, and then there's an overhang on each side. So like I said, make sure to do that because it will mess you up. Okay, and it should be 10 blocks long, nothing too fancy. We're just gonna go straight up, and then we're gonna hit some slabs here pretty soon, and we're gonna go up 4 blocks, just 4 up all the way up the bottom, and we're gonna be following these beams here. So make sure your beams are right. If your beams are right, you should be perfectly on them. Okay, now we're just gonna go ahead and fill these in. Pretty simple, like I said, nothing too fancy about it, just straight over. Once we get into that left side, it'll be a little bit more complicated, but for now we're just gonna fill all these in, and yeah. Okay, now once we get to the top of here, you can see that it looks a little bit different. This is actually going to be slabs, so the slabs are going to be filled in right before we get to the top. So this is why your beam should have looked like only 2 on the top, because these are going to be slabs filling it in to basically meet with the other parts of the roof. So we're going to go over 10, and we're going to go back 2, so it should be a total of 3 with a total of 30 blocks. So it should be pretty easy to do, nothing too fancy, just go back. And then once we get to the bottom, or the back, I'm sorry, once we get to the back side of these slabs, we can go ahead and put 2 more sets of actual stairs to meet at the very top of the roof, and this should meet exactly with your other side of the roof. So hopefully it does. If it doesn't, make sure that it does by going up maybe 1 or 2. I'm not sure if you have to go up. Hopefully you don't. Okay, now we basically got 2 rows of stairs for 2 blocks that are 10 long, so it should be a total of 20 blocks right there. Now we can go ahead and fill in the more complicated spot. So we're almost done. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Hopefully you guys are almost done as well. Hopefully you're not having too much complications, and please let me know in the comment section below because I want to know if this worked, and I might use this in the future. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump right back into it. So we got 4 blocks basically on the left side over here. Basically the strangler's left over, and then oops, I messed that up. I'll fix that in real quick. And but yeah, basically we got 4 blocks, and then we got 3 right on top of it. Make sure that they connect to this one right here. You're not actually gonna have that one to connect to just yet, but when you get it, you'll make sure to connect it. And then you got 2, and then you got 1. So it should be pretty simple. Like I said, just easy stuff like that. And I know I say pretty simple a lot, but anyways, yeah. On the top here, we're basically gonna fill in these slabs and these staircases right here. So we're gonna fill up the top staircases. These are gonna be the top ones that we have left. These 2 sets right here. It should be a total of 6 across, and so that should be 12 stairs to add right there. And then once we finish that, we have the slabs here in the middle, and it should be just a 4 square, just 2 by 2. And then now we can fill in the last part, and we're almost done. We're pretty simple. It's getting a little bit dark here, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip me a switch real quick, and now we have some light. And yeah, so now we're gonna go ahead and fill in this easy part. Like I said, it's not too hard, but it's a little bit complicated getting them to match up well together. So it should be a total of 5 blocks, and then when you get to this end part, make sure that it connects to it. And then the next one will be 6, and then the next one will be 7, and then the last one will be 8. So that should be pretty easy, and that's the roof. The roof is basically done. Nothing too complicated. We went through a lot, but hopefully you guys did it well, and this is what it should look like on the very end. Very sophisticated roof. It's pretty nice. Like I said, everything should meet up on the top. Pretty simple. We have some slabs there that will fix it in, but for the most part, that's the roof. Now we can go ahead and add some more just some small detail to the house. Basically, we're going to extend this part here, and yeah, just give it a little bit more depth. You know, some houses are a little bit too flat, so I want to add as much depth as I possibly can by adding some of this stuff in. We're basically going to go one block out up here on the top, and then once we get to the casing, we'll fill that back in with the casing, and then we'll add some overhang, nothing too fancy. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, because like I said, this took me a little bit of time to get it together. I'm not used to doing videos like this, and but yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty fun. If you want to see more, if you want to see like some 2-story houses, just let me know, and I'll be glad to help y'all. And yeah, I'm basically gonna sign out. I'm gonna let you watch the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and yeah, until next time, guys, later.